Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today we have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And for more tech insights, stay safe online cyber network. This essay is for educational purposes only. Do not attempt to deceive or harm others. It is wrong to steal information. It is important to be respectful of other people. It all started with a question, a simple yet profound question that had the potential to change everything. As I sat there, lost in my thoughts, I couldn't help but wonder about the possibilities. What if I could unlock the secrets that people held so closely? What if I could delve into the minds of my friends and uncover their hidden passwords? The idea was both thrilling and daunting. Could I, with a little cleverness, convince my friends to reveal their passwords? The thought of it made me smile mischievously. I grabbed my notebook and started jotting down ideas. Each idea seemed more ingenious than the last. I felt a surge of excitement as I imagined the possibilities. It was like a game, a mental challenge that I was determined to win. It was a challenge, a puzzle to solve. I loved puzzles, and this one was no different. I spent hours working out the complexities, thinking about every possible angle. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that this wasn't just about passwords. It was about understanding people, their behaviors, and their motivations. I knew I couldn't use force or trickery. That would be too obvious, too crude. I needed a more subtle approach. I crossed out several ideas that seemed too aggressive or deceitful. I needed to find a way to make them willingly share their secrets with me. It had to be their choice, not something I coerced out of them. I had to be smarter than that. I had to outthink them, outmaneuver them. I needed to tap into their minds and understand what made them tick. I brainstormed relentlessly, filling my walls with sticky notes and ideas. Each note represented a potential strategy, a possible way to get inside their heads. I had to use my brain. This wasn't just about clever tricks. It was about genuine understanding. I needed to educate myself, to learn everything I could about human psychology and behavior. I surrounded myself with books and notes, diving deep into the world of the mind. I decided to use something called social engineering. It was a fascinating concept, one that combined psychology, persuasion, and a deep understanding of human nature. I read everything I could find on the subject, from academic papers to practical guides. The more I learned, the more confident I became in my ability to succeed. It's like a game where you use words and psychology to persuade people. It's about crafting the right message, saying the right things at the right time. It's about building trust and rapport, making people feel comfortable enough to share their secrets. I practiced my techniques, refining my approach until it was perfect. It's about understanding how people think and what makes them tick. It's about observing their behaviors, noticing the little things that give away their thoughts and feelings. I became a keen observer, watching people in social settings, analyzing their interactions. I learned to read the subtle cues, the unspoken signals that revealed so much about their inner worlds. This was my challenge, and I was ready to take it on. To make my experiment feel real, I needed the right atmosphere. The ambiance had to be just right, a perfect blend of comfort and mystery. I wanted my friends to feel at ease, yet slightly on edge, as if something unexpected was about to unfold. I dimmed the lights in my living room, creating an air of mystery. The soft glow from the lamps cast long shadows, transforming the familiar space into something almost unrecognizable. It was as if the room itself was holding its breath, waiting for the night's events to begin. Soft, instrumental music played in the background, adding to the suspense. The gentle melodies floated through the air, weaving an intricate tapestry of sound that heightened the sense of anticipation. Every note seemed to whisper secrets, hinting at the surprises that lay ahead. The stage was set. My friends arrived, unsuspecting of the game I was about to play. They walked in, laughing and chatting, completely unaware of the carefully crafted environment that awaited them. Their faces lit up with smiles as they stepped into the dimly lit room, oblivious to the subtle tension in the air. They settled onto the comfy couches, ready for a relaxing evening. The plush cushions embraced them, offering a false sense of security. They thought they were in for a night of casual conversation and light-hearted fun, but I had other plans. The cozy setting was a perfect disguise for the digital adventure that was about to unfold. Little did they know, they were about to enter a world of digital intrigue. The atmosphere was charged with a quiet excitement, a feeling that something extraordinary was about to happen. As they looked around, their curiosity piqued. I could see the first glimmers of intrigue in their eyes. They were ready, even if they didn't know it yet. The night was just beginning, and the adventure was about to start. My first target was my friend Liam. Liam loves online gaming. He spends countless hours immersed in virtual worlds, battling foes and strategizing with his online friends. His passion for gaming is well known among our circle of friends, and I knew this would be the perfect opportunity to test my skills in the art of deception. I decided to use this to my advantage. I spent days planning my approach, considering every possible reaction he might have. I knew I had to be subtle and convincing to gain his trust without raising any suspicion. I casually mentioned a new game website during one of our conversations. I told him it was an exclusive platform with limited access, designed for elite gamers like him. I could see the curiosity spark in his eyes as he listened intently. I told him I needed his login information to add him as a friend on this new platform. I assured him that it was a simple process and that he would gain access to a whole new world of gaming experiences. He hesitated for a moment, his fingers hovering over the keyboard. I could see the wheels turning in his mind as he weighed the risks. But then, eager to play and explore this new opportunity, he rattled off his username and password. His excitement overpowered his caution, and he trusted me completely. Next was Sarah, who is passionate about photography. Sarah's love for capturing moments is evident in every photo she takes. Her camera is like an extension of her, always ready to snap the perfect shot. She dreams of making a name for herself in the world of photography. I showed her a stunning photo contest online. The contest promised fame and recognition for the winners, and I knew this would be the perfect bait. Her eyes lit up as she scrolled through the details, imagining her work being showcased to the world. I told her I needed her login to submit one of her photos. I explained that the submission process was complicated and that I could handle it for her. She trusted me, believing that I had her best interests at heart. Blinded by the excitement of a potential win, she shared her credentials without a second thought. Her enthusiasm and trust made it easy for me to deceive her. She was so focused on the possibility of winning that she didn't consider the risks. In both cases, my friend's passions and desires made them vulnerable to deception. It was a powerful lesson in how easily trust can be manipulated when emotions are involved. The art of deception is not just about lying. It's about understanding human nature and using it to your advantage. As I reflected on my actions, I realized the ethical implications of what I had done. Deception, while effective, can have serious consequences. It's a tool that must be used with caution and responsibility. The thrill of success was overshadowed by the weight of the trust I had betrayed. This experience taught me that true mastery of the art of deception requires not just skill, but also a deep understanding of the moral boundaries that should never be crossed. One by one, my friends fell for my carefully crafted scenarios. I couldn't believe how easily I could obtain their passwords. It was exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. Once everyone was gathered, I revealed my experiment. The room fell silent. Shock and disbelief washed over their faces as they realized they had been tricked. The password puzzle. I explained how I used social engineering to exploit their trust and eagerness. I pointed out how easily a cybercriminal could use similar tactics to gain access to their personal information. We gathered around my laptop and looked at a list of common passwords. Many of their passwords were on the list. They were shocked. They had no idea how vulnerable they were. Lessons learned. That night, we learned a valuable lesson about cybersecurity. We discussed the importance of strong, unique passwords and the dangers of sharing them with anyone. We talked about being cautious of suspicious links and emails. We realized that protecting our digital lives is just as important as protecting our physical belongings. The power of protection. From that day forward, my friends and I made a pact to be more vigilant about our online security. We enabled two-factor authentication on our important accounts, making it much harder for hackers to gain access. We promised to be more mindful of the information we share online. We learned that protecting ourselves in the digital world is an ongoing process, requiring constant awareness and effort. A safer tomorrow. My experiment was a wake-up call. It showed us that cybersecurity is not just about complex algorithms and firewalls. It's about people, trust, and the choices we make every day. By sharing this story, I hope to inspire others to take their online security seriously. Let's create a safer digital world, one password at a time. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Cyber Network.